Hello everyone, this is Vishwesh and we are in the series of videos on aptitude skills. In this video we are going to deal with the topic area and volume. So let's start with it. First we will see the logic of the area and volume and its formulae. Okay, exactly how we can use it, that we will see, and obviously we will practice few questions on lower, medium and high difficulty level questions. So let's start with it. Now when we are dealing with area and volume formulae, the basic formulae that we can recall, for example rectangle we have, then we can discuss about square and then triangle, then maybe circle and so on. Different shapes we have. So rectangle, if it is rectangle like this, let's say it is having length x and width y, then area of rectangle is xy. If it is square, then all the sides are equal, x, 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 the area of square is x square. If it is triangle, for example like this, the height of triangle is, let's say, h, and base or the length of this edge is b, base is b, then area of triangle is half into base into height. Now how this formula we can derive or how we can understand it, that we already have discussed. For example, if it is a right angle triangle, then it has height h and base b, then area of this triangle is half bh. But why half? Then we can extend this, as well, a vertical line, and we get a rectangle. And this rectangle has the area equals to h into b, and half part of it, this is first half and this is second half, so half part of it is nothing but a triangle. That's why triangle always has area half into base into height. Similarly we can discuss about circle. The area of circle is pi r square, and we can discuss about its logic. We already have done this in the prerequisites, the videos of prerequisites. You can go through these, and there you can understand how the area of circle we can derive, or we can understood, we can have logic about it. And if we are talking about volume, if we give width or thickness to these different 2D shapes like rectangle, square, triangle and all, if we give some thickness to these, we will get volume. We can talk about the volume. For example, if we give thickness to square equals to sides, if it is x into x into x into x, these are the sides, and if we give thickness to this equals to x again, then it will form a cube. It will form a cube having sides x, and volume of that cube will be x into x into x, which is x cube. And similarly we can have the volume of a cuboid. Instead of rectangle we can discuss now about cuboid. If we give thickness to this rectangle, and it will be x, y, z, if z is the thickness, and so on. So this is how we already have done, and we have used all these formulae in our school days, maybe in 11th and 12th, as well as in the subjects like M1, M2, M3. But understanding all these formulae and these shapes with basics in depth is very important for this topic. So let us start with this all background. Let us start with questions. So here we have first question, and it is of low difficulty level. A circular road runs around a circular ground. So let's draw it. There is a circular ground, maybe something like this, and there is a circular road which is running around a circular ground. So we can draw the road somewhere like this. I am not good in drawing, but please understand that it is a circle. Okay, let me draw it again. It is very bad circle. Let's draw it a little smaller so that I will have at least a circle which is seen as circle. So there is a circular ground and circular road is running. This is the circular road which is running on the periphery around the circle. Okay, if the difference between the circumference, now this condition is very important, if the difference between the circumference of the outer circle and the inner circle is 66 meters, then width of the road is what? Now we have a road, yes, this is the road which we have shown by arrows, and this road has the outer circle and inner circle. This is the inner one, this is the outer one. We can note it down, outer one and inner one. Now what they are saying, what the question is saying, that difference between the circumference, so circumference of outer circle and circumference of inner circle, this difference is 66 meters. Then width of the road is what? Okay, now this circumference means if we start measuring the length from this point, and if we revolve around this circle, outer circle, and if we again come back to the same point by making a full circle, full round, then this length, this entire length, circumference is we have to consider, and the circumference of inner circle as well. So difference between these two circumferences is 66 meters. Okay, now what is the formula for circumference? If we write it down, circumference, the formula for circumference is 2 pi r, where r is radius. Now let's consider that the outer circle has radius equals to capital R and inner circle has radius equals to small r. Then difference between the circumference we have to consider, so difference between circumference of outer and inner, so it will be 2 pi capital R minus 2 pi small r. This is the difference between two circles, outer circle and inner circle, and this difference is equals to what? 66 meters, that we can take here, and we can consider pi as 22 by 7, figure of pi as 22 by 7. So this will remain with these two, 2 pi we can take common, and instead of writing it over here 2 pi, I will mention it on this side, 66 upon 2 pi. Value of pi we have to consider as 22 by 7, so let's write it down, 66 upon 2, and since it is 1 upon pi, 22 by 7, so in reverse it will be 7 by 22. Since pi is in denominator, we can reverse it. Now here we can simply divide, 22 ones are 22, 22 threes are 66, and this is 7 threes are 21 upon 2, and if we again divide it, because the answers are in decimals, so 2 ones are 2 and 2 ones are 2 again, then there is, we have to consider 0, and then it will become 10, 2 5s are 10. So 10.5, this answer must be correct, which is option 1. Let's go to the next question. The next question is of medium difficulty level. Let's read the question first. A wire, when bent in the form of a square, encloses an area of this. So out of a wire, let's consider this is a wire. This one is a wire, and if we bend it in the form of square, first we have to bend it in the form of square. So square has all the sides equal, so in short, if we make 4 equal parts of this wire, let's say these are 2 parts and these are 4 parts, all the parts are x, 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 and if we form a square out of this x, 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 let's say something like this, x, 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 x. So wire was given and we have formed a square out of it. Then this area, this enclosed area is nothing but 484 square centimeter. Okay, this is given. Now what will be the enclosed area when the same wire, this same wire we have to consider, and we have to bend it into the form of a circle. So out of this same wire we have to consider, or we have to make a circle out of it. Okay, so what is the common? The wire is common. The same wire we are using to form a square, and the same is we have used to form a circle. And if the wire is same, it will the length of the wire will remain same, correct? Length will remain same, and if length is same, then simply easily we can calculate area of the circle, correct? Which we have to calculate. What will be the enclosed area of a same wire when it is bent and form into the form of circle? So area of square is given, which is 484, and by formula, or here x is the side, so x square is the area. So x will be how much? Now 484 is a square of 12. We can confirm it here. 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2. So this is again 4, and 1 1s are 1. It may be for 22. Let's check. I need to check it. So 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4 here, 2 2s are 4. So we have 8 and 2 2s are 4. Correct. So this is 22. Now if one of the side of the square is 22, others will also be 22. So what will be length of the wire? Length of the wire will be 22 plus 22 plus 22 and again 22, 4 sides, and this will give 22 4s are 88 centimeter. 88 centimeter is the length of the wire. Now if we are forming a circle out of the same length wire, then circumference of the circle will be 2 pi r, which is equals to 88, the length of the wire. So here pi value of pi we have to consider 22 by 7, so it will be 2 into 22 by 7 into r equals to 88. So this r will be equals to 88 into 7 divided by 22 into 2. So 22 1s are 22, 22 4s are 88, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So final r is equals to 7 2s are 14. 14 centimeter is the radius of that circle which we will be forming using the same length wire. And we can easily calculate area of this circle. So it will be pi r square, which is equals to, we'll write it down over here, pi r square, which is equals to pi is 22 by 7, r is 14, so let's write it down 2 times, 14 and 14. 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14. So this is 22 into 2, 44. Let's do the multiplication over here. 22 into 2, 44, and this 14 is here. Let's do the calculation, multiplication by shortcut trick. 4 4s are 16, 6, 1 is carry, 4 4s are again 16, and 4 1s are 4. So this 21, 1 will be part of answer, 2 is again carry, 4 1s are 4, and this 2 is 6. 616 should be the final answer, area of the circle. So here option 3, 616 square centimeter is correct. Let's go to the next question. Now this question is again of medium level difficulty, and this is little tricky. Although the question and solution part is easy, but it is little tricky to understand and to apply the logic. I will request all the learners to pause this video and try for this question. If not possible, you can go through this solution. What is given? An error of 2%. Error 2% in excess is made while measuring the side of a square. Let's draw the square. Here we have square. Let's say that side of the square is x, everywhere it is x. Now we are measuring side of a square. So when we are measuring side of a square, let's consider this side we are measuring. Then what is happening when we are measuring this side? 2% excess we have by mistake, by error, 2% in excess we have considered it. 2% excess. Okay, for example, if the length of the this side is 100, by mistake we have measured it as 2102. This is known as 2% excess. Correct? If it is 100, then we have considered it as 102. So this is with error, in addition to error, and this is original, the accurate, correct value, original. Now what is question? What is the percentage of error in the calculated area of square? Now if we consider this as the 102 as the error value, then what is the percentage error in the calculated area of the square? So this is original and this one is error. Okay, now here let me change the pen color so that you will understand it. Now let's calculate the area. Now what we did, we have considered 100 as the original and the error value is 102. Correct. Unit may be mm, centimeter, that doesn't matter. We have to calculate percentage, so that unit will not matter as of now. Now area, how do we calculate? Area of a square is x square, so original area will be 100 into 100. Correct. So this gives 10,000 as the answer, and area which is with error will be 102 multiplied by 102. Correct. So 102, let's do the multiplication here on some side. So this gives 2 2s are 4, then 2 0 0, 2 0 0, so it will be 0 here. Then 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2 and 0, so 4 will be here and 1 1s are 1. I guess we have done some mistake. Let me do it again. 2 2s are 4, then 2 0, 2 0 will be 0, then 1 0 we missed. Yes, correct. 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, so this 4, and here we missed the fourth step, which is 1 into 0 plus 1 into 0 will be 0 and 1 1s are 1. So this will be the multiplication, which is 10404. Okay. Now this is the area which is with error, and this is the area with no error, original, actual value. Now we have to calculate percentage error. To calculate percentage error, first we have to calculate error in the area. So error will be equals to this 10404 minus 10,000. So this gives error as 404, and percentage error will be the error. We have to compare this error, since we are talking about percentage, we have to compare this error with original value, which is 10,000 multiplied by 100. After solving this, 100 2 zeros we can cancel, and this will be 4.04%. So final answer 4.04, which is option C. Option C is correct, 4.04%. Let's go to the next. Now this question is again of high difficulty level. Let me change the pen color again as red. So high difficulty level question we are going to see. What is it? A large field of 700 hectares is divided into two parts. We have to divide this large field into two parts. The difference of the areas of the two parts is 1/5 of the average of the two areas. So condition is given with respect to areas of the field. Condition is given. What is the area of the smaller part in hectares? Okay. First, to understand the question in detail, we can draw that field. Let's say this is the large field, and we have to divide this field into two parts. Let's consider that one of the part is smaller, second part is bigger. Anyway, first and second we can consider any part, bigger and smaller. Now area of the smaller part we can consider as A1, area of the bigger part we can consider as A2. Now first condition, the large field 700 hectares is divided into two parts. So this means A1 plus A2 is 700 hectares. Correct. We got one equation. And second condition is given, difference of the areas of two parts. Now A2 is larger, so let's consider this as first, and then A1, A2 minus A1. This difference of the areas of two parts is there, so is equal to, we will consider 1/5, 1/5 of says multiplication, the average of two areas. Average of two areas is A1 plus A2 upon 2, and we can consider bracket. This is the second equation. So first equation we got, second equation we got. Solving these two equations, we can easily get the final answer. Correct. So this is the logic, we can say. Now let's start solving it. We'll consider a green ink. Now first we can do this multiplication, 5 and 2, this multiplication. So a2 minus a1 is equals to 5 into 2 is 10, so 1 upon 10, and here we have a1 plus a2. A1 plus a2 we already know that it is 700, so let's consider this as 700. Correct? So a2 minus a1 is 1 0, and this 0 we can cancel, so it is 70. So we got second equation, or maybe third equation, we will say. Third equation, a simple equation. We got first equation as this and the third equation as this. Simply we can add these two equations. Correct? So now we have considered that a1 is smaller. But finally we will get the right answer as once we get the actual value of this and this. Now let's simply add these two. So adding these two equations will be something like this: a1 plus a2. a1 plus a2 is 700, and here a2 minus a1. a2 minus a1 is 70. So adding these two, we will get a1 we will cancel, we will be able to cancel. So 2a2 is equals to 770, and further a2 will be equals to what? a2 will be 770 upon 2, which is, we can start dividing it. 2 3s are 6, 1 is there, 2 8s are 16, again 1 carry, and 2 5s are 10. So final answer is 385 for a2. So a2, this area is 385 hectares. Now since total is 700, this total is 700, and out of which a2 is 385, remaining will be 700 minus 385. Correct? So 700 minus 400 will be 300, and 300 plus 15, 315 should be the final answer. So smaller area out of these two fields is 315, and 315 is option B. Option B is correct. Let's go to the next. So this might be the last question of our video. Again, it is of high difficulty level, and I will request all the learners to please solve it. Pause the video, try to solve this question first. If not possible, then you can go through this solution. What is given? A cylindrical rod of gold having diameter 2 cm and length 5 cm is to be drawn to make a golden wire having diameter 1 mm. How much length the drawn wire may have? Very good question. So what we can do here is, or what we are going to do is, there is a cylindrical, we can say a cylindrical volume of gold. A cylindrical shape gold is there, which is having diameter as 2 cm and length as 5 cm. Correct? And this has to be converted. We have to draw this. We have to convert this into a thin wire, we can say. Let's say this is how a wire can be. And since the wire will have some thickness, let's consider this thickness as, or it is already given, this thickness diameter is 1 mm. Correct? Now when we are drawing, or when we are converting this cylindrical shape gold in terms of a wire, the volume will remain same. Correct? Between these two, volume will remain same, and that is the logic here. If volume is same, we can simply calculate length of this wire, since we know diameter. Correct? So let's first find out volume of this. So volume of this will be, here it is area of this circle. Area of this circle will be pi r square, or it will be, since we have given the diameter d, so it will be, since diameter is 2 cm, the radius will be 1 cm. Since diameter is 2 centimeter, radius will be 1 centimeter, and since it is pi r square, so we can calculate it as pi into 1, and 6 square will be same. So this is area of the circle, and multiplied by length will give the volume, which is 5. So 5 pi will be the volume of cylinder. Now same volume should be for this wire, which is having this length. Length as x we can consider, and this diameter 1 mm as diameter. So when we are converting it, so volume is 5 pi is equals to same volume we have to consider, and volume of this wire will be the cross section, which is pi r square again, but this time it is 0.5. So pi 0.5 square and multiplied by length is x. Now let's solve it. X is equals to pi we can cancel, so let's forget it. 5 divided by 0.5 and again 0.5. Now let's multiply by 100, so it will be 500 upon 5 into 5. 5 5s are 25, so we can consider it as 25. 25 1s are 25. 25 2s are 50, and this 0 will be as it is. So x is 20. 20 what? The unit will remain same, so centimeter. So 20 centimeter, the length of wire is 20 centimeter, and that is the final answer. So we will get a wire of cross section 1 mm diameter and length as 20 centimeter from this cylinder. So this is how the questions on area and volume are easy. Only thing is you have to understand, practice a lot. With practice you will become confident, and that will give you the major marks in this topic. So let's end this video over here. Thank you.